Welcome to Stan's Pharmacy, Jeff Davis Coaches Show. Last week we sat through a long weather delay before the game was finally postponed. That game against Rutland will be replayed on October 17th. The fans are still buzzing over that big overtime win over Washington County 2 weeks ago in the Pinelands. Since there was no game last Friday, that could possibly give us a chance to get some banged up players an extra week to heal up before we hit the road for a big game this week against a very good Charlton County Indian team. We'll be back with player interviews after this timeout. This is the Jeff Davis Coaches Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy.
When you need to tackle everyday health and wellness, Stan's Pharmacy is the place to go. Conveniently located off the Douglas Highway with 3 drive-through windows, Shemaine Ramey and staff are ready to serve you. From flu shots to prescriptions, to vitamins and over-the-counter essentials, we want to keep you healthy and in the game. Stan's Pharmacy is also Hazelhurst's local provider for scrubs. Stop by to get your scrubs and prescriptions today. Come save at Stan's and go Jackets.
At Altamahal Bank and Trust, we strive to help you live your best life. That means offering loans for nearly any dream or goal. With competitive rates, local processing, and quick decisions, we can customize a loan to fit your needs. This is Misty Boatwright, Relationship Manager at the Hazelhurst branch. Come see me today at 57 North Tallahassee Street or visit our website at altamahal.bank. And let's work together to achieve your financial goals. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Jeff Davis High School would like to thank our alumni sponsors: Whitfield and Breedlove, PC, Renaissance Bank, Dr. Gina Roberts, Davis Farm and Garden, Ragland Timber Company, Southside Baptist Church, Maze and Blaze Metal Masters, Stapleton Legacy Farms, Baby and Me.
Welcome back to the Jeff Davis Coaches Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy. Well, joining me now is senior tight end linebacker Latrell Sellers. Latrell, thank you for coming and talking with us today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Been a big off season for you. Went through a lot of recruiting with a lot of different schools. I understand you were highly recruited. Several offers, about 24 offers, so I understand.
Yes, sir.
You committed to South Florida. Take us just through a little bit of the recruiting situation.
Well, the recruiting process was very fun. I got to enjoy it with a lot of my teammates. I took a lot of my teammates on visits with me.
Great.
It was a very good opportunity. I mean, I didn't start getting recruited till the end of last year. I had one offer going into my junior year. And then after that, it's like I just blew up. All the hard work paid off.
There you go. So South Florida, that's kind of an up-and-coming school. They've got a really good program. What kind of leaned you to South Florida?
The coaches and the way they do stuff. They have a great coaching staff. Coach Orlando, everything he's told me has been true, the way he's recruited me, and I couldn't ask for a better coach.
Well, great. We wish you best of luck as you get down to South Florida. We'll be following along with you.
Yes, sir.
You suffered a bit of a shoulder problem in preseason. We're not able to get out on game 1, but I understand you're going to play through the problem with the injury, try to make it through the season.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about what it takes to the rehab you've done and to be able to get ready to get back on the field.
It's been tough. I mean, it's hard not being out there with your teammates, especially when you know, like, y'all all work hard, and without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
Right.
So it was kind of hard. I mean, I tried to take it in and be a good teammate, but I'm back now, and I'm excited to be back.
How hard was it, especially when winning into overtime against Washington County that first week? I know that had to be tough.
Yes, sir. It was tough being on the sideline because I know I'm supposed to be out there.
Right.
But I just had to stay strong, keep the crowd up, keep my teammates up, and be a good teammate at the end of the day.
Well, that's great. And the big win was really thrilling for us up in the stand. I know you guys on the field maybe still feel a little bit of tingle from that.
Yes, sir.
Even though we didn't get to play last week, that's still carrying over to this week.
Yes, sir, we are.
Different situation, practice this week, trying to get you had that off week, then now you turn around, now you get ready for Charleston. Thank goodness the weather's a little bit, cooperating a little bit better. How's practice gone this week?
We've had a really good week of preparation. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better week. We've been flying around, striking. Offense looked great. We've been doing a very good job.
Got a tough task with the Indians. They're always very athletic.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, congratulations on getting back for Andrew. Congratulations on the commitment to South Florida. Look forward to big things from you Friday night.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Latrell Sellers, senior, here on the Jeff Davis Yellow Jacket football team. We're going to take a break, get some words from our sponsors. This is the Jeff Davis Coaches Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy.
This is home, right here in District 157. I was born and raised on these county roads, and among the people who still believe in hard work, respect, and faith. I have spent the last 30 years serving the community through my businesses, through public service, and as the Tattnall County Coroner. I have never left. I've never had a home outside of this district. I believe our part of Georgia matters, and our value deserves a voice in the state capitol. I am not running against anyone. I'm running for the people I've always served. I am Bradley B. Anderson, and with your help, I am ready to take our values to Atlanta.
EP American Footwear in Hazelhurst is proud to be a part of the Hazelhurst Jeff Davis community and are proud sponsors of all Jeff Davis County sports. If you're looking for a great job with a great company, they are hiring for all shifts. You can apply in person Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 10 North Gill Street in Hazelhurst. Go Jackets from all the folks at EP American Footwear of Hazelhurst. Go Jackets! Welcome to the Jeff Davis Coaches Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy. Joining me now is our senior kicker, Fabian Valdelamar. Fabian, appreciate you coming and talking with us.
Thank you for having me.
Big win on that first week against Washington County. Of course, we got rained out last week. You had 3 big kicks in that game, 2 field goals, and an extra point. Tell us a little bit about that, getting that first game under our belts.
Yes, sir. It felt great to be back. Feels different to be a senior. Having a great season so far.
Had a big year last year, very accurate, very strong leg. I know that's kind of ready. You're kind of ready to build on that this year. Tell us, kind of take us through your preparation during the off season to get ready to maybe take another step this year.
Off season, been hitting the weight room hard. It's always a big factor in kicking.
Mm-hmm.
I just brought everything from the last season. Just brought it over. Just had it's been good.
Everybody looks at you as the kicker, but there's a couple other guys involved in that. Your long snapper, your holder. Tell us how you guys sync up so that, because you can't wait till the ball sit down on the tee before you get ready to kick. Tell us how y'all guys sync things up and make this thing work.
Yes, sir. We every day before practice, we make sure everything's all good, our timing. Just make sure everything's right for the sharp and ready for Friday night.
Also a star on the soccer pitch. I think that's what you call the pitch, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know much about soccer. I'm having to learn. Had a good successful season in soccer. Tell us a little bit about that. How your work in the soccer match kind of translates into your football.
Yeah, kicking a soccer ball and football is a slight difference.
Mm-hmm.
Just got to get used to it, and so we had a great season.
Really good season. Sure did. Dual sport athletes, that's kind of coming back into popularity. For a while there, you had a lot of high school kids just want to focus and specialize in one sport. Tell us how it works for you being a 2-sport athlete.
It's just really good when soccer season is going. When soccer season ends, football season starts, and it's just really fun, really good.
Helps you keep that discipline year-round that you got to be prepared for the next game.
Yes, sir.
And stay in shape and all that. I know, looking back at my son when he played long years ago, even his grades were better when he was in football and baseball season than during the off season in between. He kind of wanted to slack off a little bit. So I know that discipline is a big part to being able to excel in 2 different sports.
Sure. Grades are a big thing in sports. Having good grades, being able to play, it's just a big factor in athletics.
It sure is. Well, Fabian, let's go get them tonight
Yes, sir.
against the against the Charlton County Indians, a big team coming up. Thanks
Yes,
for
sir.
coming and talking with
We're
us.
ready. Let's go.
Good night. Have a good night. We're going to take a break. This is the Jeff Davis Coaches Show here brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy.
Your eyes are your window to the world around you, and good vision is important to everyone. At Southern Eye Care, you can count on their expertise in treating all types of vision problems to help you see your best. From glasses to contact lenses, from surgical vision correction to treatment of eye disease and injury, their team is here to help take care of your eyes. Your vision matters at Southern Eye Care in Hazelhurst. Call them for an appointment at 912-375-2516 or visit them online at southerneyecarepc.com.
Dr. Kurt Monsiak and his staff at the Jeff Davis Walk-In Clinic have proudly served this community as the original walk-in clinic for your sick visit needs and as volunteer sports medicine for all our Jeff Davis athletics since 2014. Whether at the clinic, on the sidelines, courtside, mat side, or on the diamond, Dr. Kirk is always ready to help. Give him a call at 912-375-4884 or pop in at 22 Cross Street in Hazelhurst behind Jeff Davis Hospital. God bless and go Jackets from the Jeff Davis Walk-In Clinic.
Welcome back to the Jeff Davis Coaches Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy. Join me now is senior J.J. Benjamin, wingback, defensive back, two-way player. How you doing, J.J.?
Good.
All right. A little different situation last week. We had a long weather delay. How do you guys stay ready to play when they could come in and say any minute, all right, let's get on field, get loosened up? How do you guys stay in the moment during those long times?
Keep the energy going. We always have a good positive energy, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And good teammates around. I love the environment. I love everybody around me.
That's good. A little bit, weather's cooled off a little bit this week. I know that helps out to keep you guys out on the grass, on the practice field. How's practice going this week?
Good. We prepare for everything. Everybody fitting their gaps. Everybody doing their job on the field. Supposed to. Had a good practice this week.
Coach Evans been driving y'all hard this week?
One practice.
One practice?
One practice.
And he had to get a little loud with y'all one
Yes,
practice?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Well, that means that we're getting better, getting the right way. Big opponent this week coming up, in the Charlton County Indians. We have to go down to the Swamp in Folkestone, always a tough place to play. How you guys getting geared up for a big challenge on Friday night?
We get ready to suit up when it's time. Play anywhere. Anywhere we can.
Just line them up and bring them on.
Yes, sir.
All right, again, we talked with Fabian. He's a two sports star in soccer and football. You also play basketball. Tell us how you able to work and mesh from football to basketball and stay, there's a big grind on your body year round.
Yes, sir. Put in the work when I can, on and off the field, when I have time. Then probably like on Sundays I go to the gym, shoot little hoops a little bit, then get ready for next week practice for football.
I imagine a lot of the agility and the quick cuts, the quick movements you have to make on the basketball floor easily translate into football, playing both defensive back and wing back.
Yes, sir.
It helps you, one sport kind of helps the other, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we're going to need a big crowd to get on the road with us tomorrow night as we head down to Charlton County. Talk to the fans and tell them what you need them to do on Friday night.
Bring good energy.
Bring big energy. There you go. Fill, pack the house, and get loud.
Yeah.
All right. J.J. Benjamin, senior wingback, defensive back here on the Jeff Davis football team. J.J., we sure appreciate you coming and talking with us. Going to take a break. We'll be back with the interview with head coach Lance Helton after this time out on the Jeff Davis Coaches Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy.
The Bank of Hazelhurst is Jeff Davis County's only locally owned and operated bank, serving their friends and family since 1906. They offer a wide array of services, including personal, commercial, and electronic banking services, along with mortgage and ag lending. For more information on the services they offer, Call them at 912-375-4228. Download their banking app or contact them online at bankofhazelhurst.com. The Bank of Hazelhurst. When others have their branches, they have their roots.
With over 40 years' experience in the pallet industry, Pallet One Inc. is the nation's largest single-source, asset-based pallet manufacturer. Pallet One has over 90 company-owned wood packing and pallet manufacturing operations across the U.S., including Hazelhurst, Georgia. The company also offers customized services, including wood packaging, design, engineering, and testing, and is an industry leader in robotic and automated pallet manufacturing processes. Pallet One provides unmatched quality and expertise as the industry leader. Pallet One focuses on continuous improvement while producing and delivering pallets at the lowest price possible.
Premier is here. Premier Heating and Air offers exceptional value on service and sales of HVAC systems, indoor air quality, insulation, and much more. Local service by neighbors just like you and me. Premier Heating and Air is built on the core value, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches. Experience the Premier difference. Log on to premierishere.com. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy. Join me now, Head Coach Lance Elvin. Coach,
What's going on, Jim?
appreciate you coming and
Yes,
joining
sir,
with
man.
us. Kind of one of those things last week, powers that be decided we weren't going to play football last week, except through a
absolutely.
long weather delay. But we didn't know that it was going to be postponed until late in the evening. How do you keep your team prepared, keep their energy levels up over a long delay like that?
Yes, when it comes to things like last Friday, there's layers to the preparation when it comes to a delay, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, the first thing is administratively, I'm always trying to meet with Coach Metz, and I'm trying to meet with Dr. Smith and Dr. Ropey, and we're trying to figure out logistically what makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the case of last Friday, we're playing a team that had to drive 2 hours. Anytime you go play a Bibb County school, there's some transportation issues as
Right.
far as rescheduling. And, for power ranking purposes, we need to play those games.
Absolutely.
So, we made the decision to try to hold out as long as we could
Mm-hmm.
to play that game Friday. So, we put a time cap of 10 o'clock on it that we were going to reevaluate some things. So, now you come in at 7,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a 3-hour window where
You're sitting and waiting.
you're trying to manage kids.
Mm-hmm.
So, for us, I think the number one thing that we do is we try to force them to eat and drink.
Right.
You don't want to go burn energy
Mm-hmm.
fooling around in a locker room. We try to really separate olds and youngs from time to time, let some guys get some lay down time and really manage the mental and emotional part of the game.
Right.
You can kind of get so hyped up right there from 7 to 7:30. Then you got to bring yourself back down in a long delay. Then try to force yourself to get back up quickly for a game. So it is not a foolproof process, Jim, of how to handle it. But we're constantly monitoring weather. We're monitoring temperature in the locker rooms, and I do believe we had an advantage being the home team. Anytime you're there, you're more comfortable in that setting. But man, I wish I had a great answer to give you, but I don't think it's foolproof. I think you team-wise, year to year, what each team needs, and what we try to do is make sure we were off our feet, make sure we were talking a little bit of ball, but not too much ball.
Right.
Give some kids some freedom because you don't want them to feel like they're locked in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a layered process.
You can only maintain that level for so long.
100%. And so, I'll be honest with you, Jim, I try to stay away a little bit because I don't know if you know this, like I can get stressed out.
Imagine.
So we let them be kids a little bit, but at the same time, I've got coaches positioned strategically to make sure we're eating, drinking off our feet and keeping the main thing the main thing.
We actually ended up with a week off,
Yes.
which we didn't plan.
That's right.
But it may have come at a real good time. You had some guys that had been banged up, kind of limited them in playing time. How's that, getting that unexpected off week, help you build up to this big game coming up this week?
Yeah, that's a great question because, we have been fairly dinged up early in the year. So getting some of these seniors rested, being able to not go through we play so many guys both ways. We limited 120 snaps of contact on some of these guys on Friday. So it was really good from a preparation standpoint to get back. And while it didn't give us some edge, the biggest concern I have not playing Friday is that was 40 to 60 snaps. We didn't get to run the option and do what we do and continue to get these sophomores comfortable and better at it.
Right.
But the positive note on the whole thing is we were able to keep guys rested, heal up, because we're going to need it now with a 7-game stretch down the road where you're going to play consecutively.
Right.
So you want to be as healthy as you can going into that stretch, because Lord knows you'll need it.
How do you keep your players that mental edge, that intense edge? You had the off week, but you know you had that big overtime win, which really hyped everybody up. How do you keep them that edge on that they achieved in game one, carrying over after missing a game?
Well, we didn't do a great job of that in the early point of last week. I thought we were, for lack of better terms, hung over after a big win. There, you know, we were exhausted. We overtime in game one at home. You gave all those things to it. So I didn't feel like we did a great job early in the week of preparing last week, and we had to challenge them. So we came out at the end of the week. I thought we were okay, and this week it was much more, especially with everything Charlton does, which we'll talk through in a little bit. This week was back to the basics, focus on us, because at the end of the day, Jim, it don't matter. If we play bad, anybody can beat us.
Right.
If we play good, we can go play with anybody on the schedule. So the focus has to be on us, and with a youth-filled roster, that's probably the biggest preaching point you have, because at the end of the day, so many people think it's always about your opponent. And while who you play is so important, the way you play is the more important of the two factors. So keeping the main thing with us is always important. And I love that part of this team. This team loves each other maybe as much as any team I've ever had. And if we can keep playing for that brotherhood, and that's what we keep talking about all the time, you'll have a good chance. Because the truth is, doing it right matters, you know, but doing it right doesn't mean you'll just win the game. Doing it right just puts you in a position to win. But we've still got to focus on making the plays when we need to make them.
I've heard Coach Class say many times, we play the game and the scoreboard takes care of itself.
Correct, 100%.
Well, Coach, we're going to take a little break, get some words from our fine sponsors. This is the Jeff Davis Coaches Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy. From crisp autumn days to twinkling holiday nights, Treetop Farm is the place to be. Stroll our fall markets, pick the perfect pumpkin, dare to wander the haunted forest, and join in the harvest fun on Ray Hill Road. See this holiday season at Treetop Farm. Go Jackets!
Williams Brothers Trucking is now hiring qualified CDL Class A licensed drivers with at least 2 years over-the-road tractor-trailer experience.
Williams Brothers Trucking has an excellent benefits package. They have quarterly bonuses. They have great insurance.
They offer flexibility as far as your work schedule. You're not really pressured into starting at any certain time throughout the day.
Be home every day with family-owned and operated Williams Brothers Trucking. Apply now online.
Go Jackets!
Welcome back to the Yellow Jacket Coaches Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy. Continuing on with our chat here with head coach Lance Helton. Well, Coach, you're about to take your first road trip of the season. Pretty good trip down to the swamp in Folkestone.
It is.
How are you going to prep your young guys, especially up? Some of those may be making that first long bus ride as a varsity player.
I think that the first road trip of the year is so vital, because it prepares you, and logistically you've got an idea now of how to handle situations late in region play, even into the playoffs, you know, because you got to travel at some point.
Right.
So logistically, you've got to be prepared for some bumps in the road along the way on the first road trip. You're going to make some mistakes. There's going to be something that you miss, but you fix it as you go. You pick up your bootstraps and you play. I think for us, as youthful as our team is learning how to travel, because that bus ride doesn't need to be a free-for-all over there. That's your quiet time, your time to rest, your time to prepare. So teaching our team those kind of things matter. You got to have good leadership from your olds. You got to have good measures of accountability by your coaches. But logistically speaking, the first road trip of the year is always worrisome.
Charlton County, I mean, you just say that name and
Yeah.
you think of all the tradition, the year after year, they just seem like they roll out the same type player year after year, dynamic type players.
Absolutely.
Some of their guys are going to be a chore to handle. Tell us a little bit about some of the guys that we can kind of keep our eyes on.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything for them on offense starts and stops with number 2. I think he's the most dynamic, electric player we've seen thus far this year. They've done a really good job of improving on the offensive line of scrimmage. They have some skilled guys at the wideout position that make you nervous. Number 3 comes to mind, along with some others. And then they got a quarterback that reminds me of the kid from Clinch. He can run around, he can spin it, he runs it good enough. And defensively, man, they are chaotic. They do multiple schemes. They are pressure-based in everything that they do. And they're going to try to put strain on us offensively. They're going to try to make Mark make quick decisions. They're going to try to force his hand. That way, I think that defensively, the numbers that come to mind for me are number 51 is their best line of scrimmage player. He plays on both sides of the football. Number 9 is a dangerous linebacker type body. And then in the secondary, they're just long and rangy. Number 4 is probably the best secondary player I've seen this year from an opponent. So they've got guys everywhere. You know, where you've got to go in when you are what a lot of people think are physically outmatched in a game, what you've got to do is make them earn it. And for us, it's about hanging around the football game. It's about handling the initial surge. If you don't think this one ain't important to them, you are mistaken. You're living under a rock, especially how that last one went. And you know, they're going to put so much emphasis on this and so much pressure on themselves here. We've got to just be able to handle the initial wave. You've got to be able to handle the crowd. You've got to be able to handle the environment. You've got to be handle the place. And you've got to find a way to hang around and win it in the fourth quarter. We're not going to win it on the second play of the game.
Right.
You're going to win it on the 140th play of the game. So how can we hang around? How can our culture matter? How can our brotherhood of guys be what keeps us around to win a game? Because when you put it on the 11, you're going to have a chance to win. When you take out all the other factors that make the swamp Champ Bailey Field, when we can, in our mind, make it a field, the visitors' locker room, when you can make it feel comfortable, when you can do all those things and make it about the 11 guys that are on the field together, you've got a chance. And that's when your culture can play into effect. That's when your brotherhood of players can matter. And that's the biggest thing. Make it a game, not the game. Make it about us, not our opponent. And we have so much respect for not just Charlton County, but their head coach, DeMario Jones, is a great friend of mine. We played multiple years together collegiately. We've maintained a relationship throughout our professional careers, and I have such an admiration for him, not only as a coach, but as a human being. His family's important to me. He's important to me, and I'm so proud of the job he's done, because this year Charlton is different on tape because they look like his kids. They're in his second season. They're his. And he's done a tremendous job, and they're so dangerous. We better be ready, because the ghosts of the swamp will try to rear their head if we're not.
Well, you touched on it just briefly. We've only won 4 out of 17 matches against Charlton. Had one tie in there, but we have won 2 in a row. And I know, like you just said, that this game's going to be really important to Charlton. They've got 2 big wins under the belt already against 2 pretty good teams, putting up a ton of points.
They are.
It's going to be a challenge.
They are. I think the number one thing we've got to do is we've got to let the offense hold the football. We've got to do our thing, and defensively, I want us to fly around. I feel like our special teams package has got to play a part in this game. But the biggest deal, once again, is this. Over a 9-year span, it's awesome to have our football program in conversations of meaningful football games with programs like Charlton County. You know, and that shows the growth and the belief and the brotherhood in Jeff Davis football. And for us, tomorrow night is just another opportunity to go face those giants that we've tried to face since we've been here. You know, we want to be in conversations with programs like that, and we're a long way off. But it's awesome that our kids and our community can believe in something like that. You know, we play football different here. You know that, and I know that, Jim. But we play it the Jeff Davis way, and the Jeff Davis way has got to matter.
Mm-hmm.
We got to make things about the Jeff Davis way tomorrow in how we play. It's not about any of the other things. And you know, once again, when you hold yourself accountable to playing versus teams like Charlton County, you know what they bring to the table. It's awesome early in the season to go test yourself against these people because they're so comparable to the Thomasvilles, Fitzgeralds, and Worth counties that we have to see to make a playoff berth in the future. So I got so much respect and admiration for Charlton County, the Swamp, what they've done, what they have, who they are, and you know, it gives me the energy to continue to try to make Jeff Davis football something like that one day.
Mm-hmm. Well, Coach, we've traditionally traveled well as a fan base. Don't expect anything different. Again, as we go down to Charlton, tough place to play, so you're going to need all the help you can get.
We're going to need them, babe. We're going to need that Navy and gold there. You know, we're going to need that Navy to drown out all that black and red. Mm-hmm. We've got to have some crowd support. We've got to have some noise. Looking forward to the Pride of the Pineless Band. Going to be there and be loud. It's going to be a great Southeast Georgia atmosphere tomorrow night in Folkestone. And hopefully we can be around late where that crowd energy and that band gives us what we need to go compete with a very, very talented and well-coached Charlton County football team.
Let's tee it up, go get them.
That's it, man. When you're wearing Navy, you're as good as gold. Go Jackets.
Go Jackets. That'll do it here today on the Jeff Davis Coaches Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy. Good night, everybody.